Good morning, everyone. My name is Beth, and I'm with the Education Alliance. At the Education Alliance, we work to connect businesses and community partners with public schools across West Virginia. And our goal is to help students discover career possibilities and build the skills and confidence they need for life after graduation. And one of the ways that we do that is through our virtual work-based learning program, which gives students direct access to professionals and industries that they may not otherwise experience. Today, we are very excited to partner with Toyota Motor Manufacturing, giving you a behind the scenes look at real careers and real workspaces. With that, I am happy to turn things over to Brandon Moore from Toyota to get us started.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Good. Good.
Good. All right. Now I can see you better. Bigger picture. So I'm Brandon. Can you guys see the PowerPoint up there?
Yes.
All right. Perfect. So this is just introduction. So I'll lead off with this. So this is real, I guess the phrase nowadays is low key. This is real informal. So I just want to talk, right? You guys can ask questions anytime you have one, and we'll just go through it. So don't be afraid to ask questions, right? Or if you want to comment on something, it's totally okay. So I want to make this as easy and as comfortable on both sides, right? And I like conversation. So, all right. So we'll kick it off with a little bit about myself. So my name is Brandon Moore, and I've been with Toyota for 22 years. I started actually almost right out of high school. So my dad owned a garage doing mechanic work. So I worked there through high school, and then after there, I worked at a garage for about a year, and then I got on at Toyota. So I've been here for 22 years. I'm currently a group leader um, in the training department. So Toyota has a program called the Forte Academy, and that's where we join up with local career centers to offer things other than like welding or nursing or dentistry type things like that, right? Just to give kids the opportunity to see that there is a manufacturing outlet out there. Okay. So college isn't for everybody exactly, right? It wasn't for me. So, but there is a way out. So I've been married for 16 years to my beautiful wife. You can see there, me and her in the middle. And um, beside of us is our twin girls. The one on the left is Addison, and she's special needs, but she is absolutely amazing. And the one on the right is Lily, and she dances competitively. Like I'm a dance dad, and I can't help it, right? I love it. It's a lot of fun. So, fun fact about the dance thing, and I'll try to make this quick. The thing about the dance thing, we was at Myrtle Beach at nationals, one of her national competitions, and it was Father's Day, and they was like, in honor of all the dads of Father's Day, any of y'all want to come up on stage and dance, you're more than welcome. So I looked at my wife and I was like, this is my opportunity. So I got to dance on national stage in front of, I don't know how. I mean, it was countless. It was an ocean of people. So it was pretty awesome. I totally embarrassed my daughter. So it was a lot of fun. But things we like to do, we like to spend a lot of time in the outdoors, hunt, fish, go to the beach. My daughter plays basketball, as you can see, and we love America. So our little town of Hurricane, West Virginia, we have a big 4th of July celebration. So a lot of fun. But all right, moving on. If I can get my PowerPoint to work. There we go. All right, so this is really just to inform you guys, right, that Toyota is a good employment opportunity after high school, right? So Toyota Motor Manufacturing of West Virginia, um, we like to say that these engines and transmissions are built with pride, right? Because we take pride in that we work for one of the most successful manufacturing companies in the world. So we are located in Buffalo, West Virginia, and I guess they broke ground or they decided on picking Buffalo in the mid '90s to break ground and build the plant here. So Toyota broke ground in 1996, and we began production in '98. So it's been several years now. right? So the plant is actually located, or we're setting on 267 acres, which Toyota owns a ton of property here in Putnam County, West Virginia. And our plant actual square footage is, this is just fun facts that nobody really cares about, but it's fun to talk about, is setting on 2 million square feet. So big building and lots of property. And I don't know if y'all are aware, but there is a manufacturing facility in Kentucky that is part of Toyota, right? TMMK. And you can put, as big as our facility sounds, you can set our plant inside of their plant 4 times. Like Kentucky is humongous. The Kentucky plant actually, they build cars all the way from the ground for stamping the sheet metal, painting them, assembling the cars, building the engines and transmissions, and rolling them off to the trucks that go to the dealers. So there's more to Toyota than just West Virginia, right? There's Kentucky, Indiana, there's multiple plants. All right. All right. So moving on. So here at Toyota, we use something called TPS, Toyota Production System, right? And it involves 5S, which is basically the cleanliness of your process, standardized work, Kaizen, which is continuous improvement, and respect for people to drive our daily business. So that's how we operate, right? We want a clean, a safe, and a standard work area for our team members, right? Because we respect them and we want them to come in and go home the same way they got here, right? With no issues, no safety problems. You'll see here in the bottom right hand of the picture, we have some goats standing in the field by some solar panels. Does everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So one thing that we do here to try to sustain our environment, right? We have solar panels, but we were mowing the grass with the lawnmowers. So somebody had the idea, as silly as it sounds, why don't we get goats? So we put some goats in the field, and now we don't mow the grass. The goats take care of it. So fun fact about TMMWV is we have goats in our solar fields. A lot of people like that. Some people think it's goofy, but I think it's pretty cool. All right. So here at TMMWV, we produce the TNGA platform. All right. So that's just the way that we manufacture is called TNGA. That's that engine platform. So we make the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder, which is naturally aspirated. And then we make a 2.4 turbocharged 4-cylinder. All right, so these engines are both known for their reliability and their performance and fuel efficiency, right? So we also make transmissions and transaxles. We'll get into the difference. So transmissions we make currently is the DAT2, and that's the conventional normal transmission that everybody's used to. Next, let's switch over to the hybrid transaxle, okay? So the hybrid transaxle, this is the combination between gears and mechanics and electrical, I guess, functionality. So you can see in the pictures, on one side of the transmission, you'll have, if you look at the bottom, you'll have all these windings, and this is the electronic part. This is the part that actually makes the car go for X amount of time before the engine kicks in, right? But it all works together to make a hybrid transaxle. We currently make the HV4, the HV5, and we're actually in project mode for starting the HV6 lines. So there's a lot of activity going on. Let's see here. What's next? Job opportunities. Okay, so there's a lot of different job opportunities here at TMMWV. So we offer machining jobs, assembly, maintenance, engineering, logistics, administration, and leadership. So when I started my career here 22 years ago, I was just on the line as a machining guy. I was in cam line. I made 4-cylinder cams. And then I went to assembly for a little bit, but not much. But maintenance, I want to kind of jump on maintenance and engineering part of it. Okay, so when I started in 2002, all right, I was this kid fresh out of high school, and I grew up in a place called Slaughters Creek, West Virginia. Nobody knows where that is. But it's a coal mining community. Like, that's what we did. That's what my friends did. That's what most of my parents did. My dad worked in the mines for a little while because we're from West Virginia, and that's what you do when you live in West Virginia. And I honestly thought that like maintenance had to do with like you're working in the coal mines as an electrician, or you're working on coal trucks or something like that. And I know that's goofy to say, right? Especially maybe now because there's so much information like this through Education Alliance, right? That lets you know all these different opportunities for later in life. But we have a program through a school called Bridge Valley. Has anybody heard of Bridge Valley? No? So it's kind of like a community college, but you can enroll in a maintenance program through Bridge Valley, and Toyota will actually pay you, okay, to go to school and come in the plant and work and learn to be a maintenance person, right? And then when you're done, you can test in and be a full-time maintenance person. But let's say you don't want to work at Toyota, but you've went through all this school and you've got paid for your OJT stuff. You still have your maintenance certificate, your industrial maintenance degree, and you can go anywhere you want and be a maintenance person, right? That's just, we talked about team member respect or respect for people. Like, that's how we want to respect people that come here at Toyota, because it's not necessarily about Toyota. There's more than just Toyota, right? It's about building futures for younger people that's trying to get into the system, right? That's trying to make something of yourself. And we just want to be a part of that. At least my portion of Toyota West Virginia, I want to be a part of that to try to help everybody I can be successful. All right. So there's engineering. There's the same route with engineering. You can go to school and be an engineer and come in here. So there's a lot of team members that I know that came in as team members just like I did, and they moved up. And Toyota has a thing with UC, the college, University of Charleston. And you can go there and you can get your 4-year degree through there. And as long as you make a certain grade, Toyota will pay for it. They'll pay for you to go to school and better yourself, right? Because that's our goal. Like I said, respect for people. We want you to have that opportunity to learn and grow and become better. Let's see here. Yeah, but where I was going with that is team members will start as regular production, right? And work their way through the system as long as you personally have drive, and they'll become managers and group leaders like myself, right? And they'll become engineers, right? There's pathways that you can better yourself if you want, right? Toyota gives you that opportunity. Let's see here. Yeah, so down there on the very bottom portion where it says career growth and development. So what I was saying, that Toyota supports, right? We support career growth through training, mentorships, opportunities to advance within the company. So we want to see people succeed and do better, right? So we just want to give you that opportunity. All right, so pay. That's what really matters. What's that everybody wants to know about is how much am I going to get paid, right? Because let's face it, I love my job, but if they didn't pay me, I'd stay home. So, all right. So a topped out team member, they get paid $38.13 right now. That's what they make on the hour. But the way that works is you'll come in kind of as like a temporary, it's called track team members. And I can't remember what the starting rate is right off the bat. But you're a track team member for 3 years. And then once you're hired on full time, once you're there for 2 years, then you're topped out. So within 5 years of starting, you could be making $38.13, which is pretty amazing, you know, of 5 years of working here. Now, if you go into maintenance, I'll be honest with you, like there's a lot of maintenance people. I'm what you call low level management or salary. Like regular on the floor maintenance guys make more than I do. So maintenance is a really good pathway for you guys. And benefits. Let's talk about health benefits. So Toyota gives us wonderful health benefits that will, it's more than just our healthcare or our medical. It offers a lot of things, right? It's our PTO, right? How much time we get off. I know as a kid growing up, my dad, maybe got a week off the whole year, right? We get 4 weeks off plus 2 shutdown weeks. So, I mean, we're looking at over a month of time off from work if we want to be off, right? And that supports us as well as our families, right? Toyota tries to look at not just you, the team member, but how does that impact your family and the time spent with family? Because we talked about when I was introducing myself, my pictures, my family is important, right? If it wasn't for my family, I probably wouldn't work here. I'd go do something that I really want to do. I'd fish for a living or something. So, but Toyota really strives to find that work-life balance between work and home because they know that our families and our home time is what's truly important to us, right? So, positive work environment. So this is key, I think, for anybody, anywhere, not just Toyota, but for team members to really love their job and love being where they need to be. We as a company have to support that. We have to promote respect for the team members, right? And teamwork and open communication between management and our team, right? We have to do that. And what that helps us to stay engaged with the team members and help us to build that relationship. And then the education needed for Toyota. To come in as a production team member, you don't need anything other than a high school diploma. Like that's what you need. And beyond that, it's up to you, right? So I'm low-level management. I can keep going as high as up as I want to go. I could be senior manager if I wanted to. And all I have is a high school diploma, right? So I got my education from Toyota. But that's the beauty of Toyota is you don't have to have an education as far as college and things like that to go as high as you want to. So we're here to help our team members grow as much as they want. All right, down on the very bottom, you'll see that www.coastjobs.com. So if you do decide you want to work here, you can go to that website. And so that's how we do our track team members, our entry tests and things is through Coast. And you can just basically put in there TMMWV or Toyota West Virginia, and you can fill out an application for that and schedule your testing and so on and so forth. So that is all of that presentation. Like I said, we'll run through this video. What time did you say you guys were?
11:04. 11:04, but we can go over.
Okay. Yeah, we're running out of time. I've talked too long. I apologize. So I want to show the video just even though you can't hear it because it really opens up what we do here and what things look like, right? Can you see the video?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this video is a few years old, so you'll see people still wearing masks from the COVID era. So just disregard that. But this is like daily life, daily work of what we do. So on our transmissions and our gears that we make, we heat treat them in-house. So that one slide you've seen or the one bit part of the video where the flames were shooting up everywhere. So that's our heat treat process. We actually like burn them, right, in this super hot furnace to get them hot so they stay hard. This is talking about the TPS, the Toyota Production System we was talking about earlier. Talks a little bit about that. And that's basically what the plant looks like. That's over in AT Machining Line. Sorry we couldn't get the sound working. There's a lot of good information, but it to me, it was more of a visual to see what team members doing. Like he's setting tools in the machining line. So when we're cutting parts and grinding parts, they come out in the way they're supposed to be, right? Just talking about microns. It takes a long time to talk about microns so you understand. So we'll just leave it at that. That's a block, right? We're machining the block. We have these little AGCs that carry parts everywhere. They're unmanned and they just drive around. Pretty interesting. That's a cam carrier. So your cams will actually set inside of that, and then that'll set on top of a block, or on top of a head. I apologize. That what he's looking at is called a valve body, and that makes a conventional transmission. That's what makes it work, is the valve body. He's performing QC checks on that engine before it goes to the next line. That's a QC team member, and they're doing a tear down to check quality. So we just don't want to check for quality when we have issues, but we pull off one a day, one a shift, and tear it down to make sure that it's been assembled right? Because we want to ensure that quality. So when you guys or your parents buy a new Toyota, that it's a good car, that it's going to last a long time, right? Any of you guys have cars yet?
Yeah.
See? So if you guys had a car and it was one of ours and it broke down, your parents would be like, I'm never buying another one of those. I mean, that's what I'd say if my daughter got a car that broke down on her. And there's really no experience needed as well, right? So we talked about standardized work, and that's kind of part of it. Is I have a little game. I don't know that we'll have time to do it. I have a little game that explains standardized work and how it affects your daily work. I don't want to keep you guys too much longer because we're almost out of time, and I think it'll take about 20 minutes to do it. But it just talks about standardized work and why you don't need experience, because we want to teach you and train you exactly the right ways to do it. So, are you in? I saw y'all talking amongst yourselves. It's completely up to you guys. It really is.
I can do it.
I say do it. Let's do it. I've seen the
Well, let's do
activity
it.
before. It's a fun
Let's do it
activity.
then. Let me pull it up. Okay. Everybody see that?
Yeah.
All right. So this activity is called, so you will need a sheet of paper, maybe two. All right. So get a couple sheets of paper.
And you need pencils.
We'll do it. So this is called standard pork activity. I hate the name of it. I really do. I hate it. When they first told me the name, I was like, that's goofy. So, but the whole point of this, right, is so that we understand the importance of standardized work. So we understand why we teach our team members what we teach them. Okay. So I know while she's getting the paper, brief rundown, there's going to be 3 rounds that we're going to do on this. Okay. And the first round, we'll talk about it. You're going to draw a pig, right? So that is basically the instructions, is draw a pig. All right, so we're going to set a little timer for 60 seconds because you got 60 seconds to draw the pig.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. And you can start. So draw a pig. That's basically the instructions.
Oh my gosh. What's the laughing?
Got about 20 seconds left. Ten.
Oh no.
All right, time's up. What do you got? Let's see your pigs.
I have no legs.
Wait, we should go in.
Perfect.
Oh, let me see.
Well, good job. I liked your pigs there. All right, so let's talk some questions. Let's ask some questions, right? So, what's one thing you noticed about all of your pigs, right? Did they look the same?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Okay. So they kind of look the same, right? So I guess the question is which pig was the right pig? What do we know what the pig's supposed to look like?
Mine's in
Mine's.
We really don't, right? Because all I said was draw a pig. So you could have drawn it any way you wanted to, and it would have been correct, right? Because there's no standard. There was no start. Okay, so let's go to round 2. All right, so we're going to draw a pig, and this portion, sometimes the time, the 60 seconds is utilized, and sometimes it's not. So let's, on the same piece of paper, all y'all have 2, right?
No. I can go.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just in a different portion of the paper. Don't flip it over because we're going to use the back for the third portion of this. So on the same side, we're going to do number 2, but we're going to use the instructions. All right. So we really won't use the time because it takes way longer than 60 seconds to do the instructions. Okay. So here's the instructions. You guys see them?
Yes, we can see them.
Okay. So I can read through them if you want, or you can read through them if you want. But let's draw a pig using these instructions. Okay. So you're going to draw the letter M at the top left intersection. And the bottom center of the M touches the intersection. I know there's a lot of questions right now. But it kind of comes out at the end. All right. So number 2 is draw the letter W at the bottom left intersection. The top center of the W should touch the intersection. All right, so now draw an arc. Oh, I'm sorry, number 3. This is number 3. So draw another W at the bottom right intersection, and the top of the W touches the intersection. And it's totally okay if you're completely confused. Because the first time I did this exercise, I was completely lost. All right, number 4 is draw an arc from the letter M to the top right intersection. All right, so draw another arc from the top right intersection to the bottom right W. Looks like Beth is doing it.
I'm trying. I've seen this activity a couple of times.
Yeah.
But round 2 always still stresses me out.
All right, so draw another arc from the top right intersection to the bottom right W. All right, so draw an arc between the 2 bottom W's. I might be getting these instructions all messed up. Number 7 is draw the letter O in the center of the left box. All right, number 8 is draw an arc from the M to the tangent of the circle. I'm just excited to see what this looks like when we're done. All right, so number nine is draw an arc from the left W to the tangent of the circle.
What does tangent mean?
Just do the outer ring of the circle.
Oh, okay. Oh my God.
All right, so number 10 is draw an arc from the eye, or for the eye, halfway between the M and the circle. And then number 11, draw an arc for the mouth, halfway between the W and the circle. Must be a happy pig, right? That's a requirement. Excuse me.
Must be happy pig.
That's because we want to make team members smile here at Toyota, right?
That's right. That's
Gotta be a
right.
happy pig. All right, number 12 is draw the cursive letter E near the top of the arc on the right. All right, 13. And finally, draw 2 dots in the middle of the circle for the pig's nose. All right, now let's see your pigs.
It's like a frog, bro.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, here, I'll let you all see mine. Oh, well, no, I don't think
Oh,
I
I'm
can.
so bored out. There it is. Hey, I see yours. Pretty good.
I've had practice with this activity a couple of times.
Hey,
It
there
is
you
still
go,
really
Andrew.
bad, though. I'm not bragging.
I think
All
I messed
right.
up the M's and W's, but I think we're good here.
Oh, wow. Good job.
Okay.
Good job, Andrew.
So, question: are the pigs any better?
No. I think
No.
it's worse.
Right? So, why were the pigs not any better? So, were the instructions clear? No, they wasn't, right? They wasn't. That was on purpose. All right. So, did the instructions set you up for success?
No.
They didn't. They did not, right? So, let's go to round 3. Okay. So, we're going to kind of follow along with this. But first, turn your papers on the back where you got a blank sheet. Okay. Now we're going to draw that big tic-tac-toe board. Okay. Draw yourselves a tic-tac-toe board. Now it'll all start to come together now. Okay. I'm not going to read the instructions again, but you can follow along with the animation. Okay. And that's part of our standardized work, right? We want to tell our team members what we're doing. We're drawing a pig, right? We want to give them the instructions, what we're doing, right? We instructed you by the instructions how to draw the pig. And then thirdly, we're showing you, right? We want to show you how to draw the pig, okay? So everybody follow along with the PowerPoint and the video here and draw a new pig. Are you ready? All right, here we go. We'll draw that M, right? Now we're going to draw our W. Now we're going to draw our second W. Now we're going to connect that top. Now connect the bottom. Draw another arc between the two W's. Draw our circle in the middle of the left quadrant. See how it goes from the outside of the circle to the top of the M? Draw your little, I don't know what you call that, squiggly for his eyes and his mouth. And his little curly Q tail. And last but not least, 2 dots for his nose holes.
Pretty impressive, Brandon.
Thank you. So now let's see what you got. Hey, a pig.
Much better.
Much better, right? Exactly. So good job, you guys. Hey, Andrew did it too. Good job.
I don't want to show mine. She's not
Oh,
much
come
better.
on. Oh, come on. See, that's a good pig.
She's a fat pig.
But now do you kind of understand a little bit more about standardized work and why it's important, right? Because if we build 10 Camrys and just tell our team members, hey, go build these Camrys, and we don't give them any instruction, they might come out close to the same in the wash, but we have to worry, is the quality going to be there, right? Is the longevity going to be there? And we definitely want it to be safe, right? Is the safety going to be there? So that was just a little fun exercise to help people understand why standardized work is important, right? And we have to make sure that we give clear, understandable instructions, right? Okay. So do you guys have any questions? I know we're over by about 10 minutes, but do you guys have any questions for me that I can answer?
I don't think so.
No? So I don't want to keep it any longer than I have to, but like I said, I like conversation. I like building relationships. So what are you guys' goals for after school? Like, what do y'all want to be when you grow up?
I want to go into the FBI.
Perfect.
Me as well.
Whoa.
I want to
Be
be
sure to,
a mortician.
no way. That's actually a good career path, honestly. Like, they're running out of people to do that kind of stuff. My dad works at a funeral home, so I know some of these things. But very good. Well, it was good to meet with you guys. It was good to talk with you guys, and good luck on your futures, right? And if
Thank
we can be a part of your success, please let us know. Okay.
All right. Thank you all so much for your time today. Thank you to Toyota. Thank you to our participating school. And just a reminder, all of our work-based learning modules will live on our website. Just go to educationalliance.org and find the tab for work-based learning, and they all live there. And I hope everyone has a great week. Thank you all so much.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to meet you guys.
Bye-bye.
Nice to meet you.
Bye-bye.